Good day, everyone. I am Dr. Stella, Assistant Professor, Research Center of Physics, Fatima College, Madurai. Today I am going to discuss about body temperature and thermometers. Why body temperature? Because body temperature is an important indicator of our health. So in this presentation, I am going to discuss about what is normal body temperature and what are the factors will affect the body temperature and what are the different types of thermometers are used to measure this body temperature. Okay, what is average body temperature? Generally, we can measure our body temperature during fever, like that, isn't it? So, what is average body temperature? Average body temperature is a internal temperature of a healthy human body. So even though if we are not having a fever or anything, we feel our body is warm. So that is an indicator of a good health and good metabolic rate. So, generally, for a normal human being, the average body temperature falls under the range of 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Generally, it is measured in Fahrenheit or in degree Celsius. But recent research shows that the normal body temperature can ranges from 97 degree Fahrenheit to 99 degree Fahrenheit. This temperature is maintained through a process called thermoregulation, where the body balances heat production and heat losses. So heat production means by digestion or all the physical activity, all the process will involve in the production of heat as well as heat loss. Okay, then what are the factors will influence the body temperature? See, when I'm measuring my body temperature in the morning is different, and I'm measuring a body temperature in the evening is different, because in the morning I don't have I didn't done any physical activity or anything, but in the evening means full day I worked hard, so physical activities are changing, so which also influence the body temperature. So now what are the factors will influence the body temperature means at what time we are measuring, the time of the day, and physical activity, whether we are physically active or not inactive, and then hormonal changes. Hormonal changes means especially for a woman during menstrual time and ovulation time, we can measure some different level of temperatures. And environmental factors, whether we are in a cold environment or hot environment, and then health status, whether we are in a normal health condition or we have any severe fever or anything, and age, like children, adult and old age people all have different range of temperatures. So these are the factors will affect the body temperature. Okay, where are the places we can measure the body temperature means? Generally, we can measure the body temperature in different places like mouth, rectal, armpit, ear, and forehead. Each place is also shows some little bit variation in the temperature. First case, mouth, it is most commonly used place to measure temperature. When I'm measuring a temperature in the mouth, it ranges between 97.6 degree Fahrenheit to 99.6 degree Fahrenheit. Second, we can measure it in the rectal. Rectal place is the most accurate and which is slightly higher than the oral temperature, which ranges from 98.6 to 100.6 degree Fahrenheit. And armpit is a little bit lower than the mouth area. So it ranges from 96.6 to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. And then ear, which is measured using ear thermometer, and forehead also we can measure the temperature. Forehead is a quick and non-invasive method. Without touching, we can measure the temperature by using infrared thermometers. So it is important to know the measurement site when interpreting the temperature. So when we are talking about the normal body temperature, or when you're talking about the body temperature of any human, there are several factors important. At what time we are measuring the temperature, and which place we are measuring the temperature, which are all very important when we are measuring the temperature. So when I'm talking about a normal person. I'm not talking about any illness or any fever. For a normal person itself, when we are measuring a body temperature, so these are the things we have to take care. And then why the body temperature importance a lot? Because generally whenever we have any problem in our any health issues, how we can understand by measuring the temperature only we understand I have a fever, like that, isn't it? So monitoring temperature is very important because it helps to detect the health problems. First, it helps detecting fever, which is usually indication of the infection or any inflammation in our body. Second, it helps to identify hypothermia. So far, we discussed about the fever. Fever means when the body temperature is elevated from the normal body temperature, then we can call it as a fever. Similarly, when a body temperature falls below the normal body temperature, we can call it as a hypothermia. Hypothermia is a severe condition. Uh, Hypothermia is very quickly we have to treat, which is very uh, have severe problem compared to high temperature problem. Okay. Next, third one is regularly monitoring temperature can help track overall health and metabolic activity. So, for a healthy human body, if you want to track the metabolic rate, we can measure the temperature. Okay, so in this slide we come across the new term hypothermia. So let us understand hypothermia. Hypothermia is nothing but when a body temperature falls below 95 degree Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius, which means which fall below the normal body temperature, we can call it as a what hypothermia. Uh, uh, what are the causes for this hypothermia means when we expose our body to a cold environment, maybe we can go for hypothermia. And then when a person have a severe medical conditions like hypothyroidism, like that. And then lifestyle, if a person is addict to alcohol or any drug usage, their body temperature is also very low. And then age related factors, generally old age people metabolic rate is very less, so their body temperature is very low. And the hypothermia also classified into three categories: mild, moderate, and severe hypothermia, depending upon the temperature, how much it falls below the normal body temperature. For mild hypothermia, the person can feel shivering, tiredness, like that. For moderate hypothermia, we can see some slurred speech, like that. And for severe hypothermia, it lead to a cardiac arrest. It is a life-threatening issue, so we have to treat it very carefully. Okay. What are the first aid we can given to a when I'm seeing a person who is having hypothermia below normal body temperature? What are the steps I can do means, first move the person to a warm place and remove, if the person is wearing any wet clothes, we have to remove and put a dry clothes. And second, apply warm compresses and give warm drinks. If a person is conscious, we have to give some warm drinks to eat. And then we have to handle a person very gently, not pulling or moving, giving jerk or anything. We have to avoid. We have to handle it very carefully. So these are the steps. Immediately we have to do it for a person undergoing hypothermia, and we can bring them to a hospitals. Okay, now we come across the new term basal body temperature. So far, normal body temperature, fever, hypothermia we discussed. Now it is a new term, basal body temperature. Basal body temperature is also called as a BBT. It's nothing but it's a body temperature, uh, which means which is a lowest body temperature which measured during rest. Generally, this basal body temperature is measured immediately after waking up, because when we sleep, our body is taking rest. So when we wake up, immediately if we are taking temperature, the temperature is very low when we compare to the throughout the day. So basal body temperature is the lowest body temperature which measured during the rest state of a human being. So we can measure immediately after waking up before doing any physical activity. Generally, why people are measuring basal body temperature means which is commonly used to track the ovulation and fertility, because for women during the ovulation time the body temperature is little bit elevated. So we want to know when the ovulation date means we can keep on monitoring the basal body temperature. We can it shows exactly on the ovulation date a little elevated temperature. So it is used to track the ovulation and fertility windows, and also see the hormonal changes like that. Why we are using a basal body temperature means it is a high precision and we can track the fertility. No need to go to the hospital and take the scan when it's ovulation. So by home itself we can track the ovulation, and also it is a easy recording one. So it is easily usable at home itself. Okay. So far we have discussed different types of temperature: normal body temperature, fever, hypothermia, basal body temperature, all those things, isn't it? Basal body temperature, normal body temperature, it gives the normal uh, metabolic rate of a human being. Fever means what are the what is the cause for the illness we can find. Hypothermia means low body temperature, and then basal body temperature is used to track the ovulation. So measurement of temperature play a crucial role in a human life. So if you want to measure a temperature, we have to use a thermometer. So thermometer is a instrument used to measure the temperature. So here there are different types of thermometers available. Among them, a few are bulb thermometer, bimetallic strip thermometer, digital thermometer, and infrared thermometer. Bulb thermometer means older days in hospitals they used only uh, a bulb like thermometer, as well as in laboratories we are using a bulb thermometers. In a bulb thermometers we are having kind of liquid, either like mercury or alcohol. The expansion of the liquid will indicate the temperature. In bimetallic strip thermometer, the expansion of the metal is used to indicate the temperature. Bimetallic strip thermometer is used in industry applications, and digital thermometers. Nowadays, when we are going to hospital, digital thermometers are used. It is easy to use and safe. And infrared thermometers, they are a non-contact method. During COVID time, also people used infrared thermometers. So these are the different thermometers to measure the temperatures. Maybe in future classes we will discuss each type of thermometer in detail. So in this lecture today we discussed about what is temperature, what are the different types of temperature: normal body temperature, fever, hypothermia, basal body temperature, and what are the causes of these things, and what are the types of thermometers we can use to measure the temperature. Okay. With this thoughts, I conclude my session. Uh, in future, we will discuss about the different types of thermometers and their working. Thank you so much.